Alright, so now that I've got my basic site settings set and I've created my navigation in the different pages on my site, I might want to change how it's designed. If I want to do that, then I can go up to the design menu, click on change theme, and look at all of the different themes that Weebly has pre-made for me. For each of these themes, if you hover over them, you'll see a bunch of color options, and notice that some of the color options create white backgrounds versus dark backgrounds, while if I were to come here, it's changing the color of the actual background itself. So make sure you click on each one of those because it really does change more than just, let's say, a button color. As you're looking through each one of these themes, you can sort by popular, newest, or recently used. And if you know that you want to have a site, let's say it's for breast cancer awareness, and you want to make sure to load all the themes that have a pink color scheme, then you can definitely do that as well. So I'll go ahead and choose all colors. And make sure when you're choosing a theme that you choose something that really is going to fit your content. So if you're a photographer, I would assume that you'd want to see a site that really features photography, such as these ones that have what we call a hero image on the home page. But if you're a writer, I'd expect to see a site that has more text than we see actual images. Now, when you're choosing one of these themes, let's say I like this particular theme right here, I can change the color, and then I can hit preview, and it's going to show me my theme with my current website. So notice it says Professor Jessica Eddington, and I can click menu, and it's going to pull out a menu that I've already created with all of my pages and show me what that's going to look like. If I feel like this is a good theme but I don't like the color I picked, I can change them up here. In addition, if I don't like this, I can hit cancel, or if I do, I can hit choose. So I'll just hit cancel because I actually do like the theme that I have. Now, a couple other things that you want to be aware of is if you like the theme that you have but you just want to change the colors, that's going to be on this top level design options. You can also change your fonts. If I wanted a different font for this site title, I can come up to this site title button, go to the different font options, and I can choose something like, let's do something really noticeable. Freebooter. So obviously that's horrifying, so I don't actually want that. So let's go back up and just choose default for right now. And you can change the size and the weight and whatnot. And same thing down here. Notice when you hover over different things like the navigation menu, these turn blue because it's trying to show you what font it's talking about. Right now I don't have a headline or a subheadline, and I don't have my phone number, so it doesn't look like it's highlighting anything. But if I were to add those in later, I could change the fonts or the default fonts for those different elements. If I messed it up and I don't like what I did and I changed the fonts and the colors and whatnot, I can always go to change theme and go by, let's do popular. So this is the theme that I'm currently on, and I'll just hit choose, and it should update to go back to the original text options that came with the original theme. Now, if I go back into design, one other thing I want to talk to you about is you can change the background, and that's this picture right here, but on different themes, the background could be the entire background of the website. It could be the slideshow or background image under this part. And there's a bunch of pictures that are already in Weebly that you can choose. So let's say I wanted to pick this surfing image, and I can choose that, and then I can also go to all backgrounds, and let's say I wanted to do creative, and I can come here and maybe pick paint, and I can also upload my own image if I want to. So I'll go ahead and select that paint option, and then I have options up here to change the image. I'm not actually sure what that one's doing, but I can change whether or not it's going to fill it or it's going to center it. So I kind of like center, and then I can actually choose whether I want to blur it or not. So if I really move up, you can see the blurriness of it, and I can choose if I want to make it darker. So let's bring that back down. So I can do a bunch of different stuff with this image, and I can also again change the image to one that Weebly already has, or I can upload my own image. So let's go ahead and hit cancel because I don't actually want to do that. The last thing I want to talk about is this edit HTML CSS. If you are aware or know how to code, you can create your whole theme from scratch or your whole template from scratch in Weebly, or you can customize the themes that are already created, and you can come in here and look at the different images that are included. You can look at the different HTML files for each of your pages, and you can definitely modify the main style.css, and you can change the way we look at color here. So if you want it on a black background or a white background, whatever's easiest for you to see. And then you can also read the documentation that comes with it, and you can minimize and expand this preview. So if you are good at code editing, this is an option for you. You can also export your theme, but I'll go ahead and hit cancel for right now. So that's the basics of changing your theme, changing the color schemes, changing your fonts. So make sure that you kind of play with this before you get some of your elements dropped onto the page, so that you know what template you're working with and you can design with that accordingly. For now, I'm going to keep my theme, and we just want to go back to build, and we're going to start adding things to each of our pages.